Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer, and this transit is gonna be so goddamn extraordinary. You're not going to walk out of it the same that you entered. You can say that about any transit. So we are, of course, in part 2 of the gauntlet. If you count the South Node in Sagittarius, then that was part 1. But I like to start it at Capricorn. Aquarius is part 2. And then Pisces will be part 3 through Neptune. And so while the moon goes over Saturn and Aquarius, this is 4th house. Sorry, as the moon goes over Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, this is 4th house to the sun in Scorpio, relative to the new moon in Scorpio cycle that activated from Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, the 1-2-3 punch. Supernatural physiological transformations. This is something you want to keep in mind because this cycle started off with a super controversial Scorpio Uranus weird-esque theme with, of course, a social outing opposing one individual performer. And we had certain run-ins with just the weirdness of it all, the unconventionality. And I'm using that as reference just to give you an idea of the nature of what we've activated, because based on the pure energy you sustained, the change of perspective in Sagittarius you ascended, and then of course this control and greater awakening through Capricorn, that 1-2-3 punch and an activation is like turning on a computer. It's like turning on a car. It's like activating. Well, what are we activating? Not only a supernatural ability to harness pure energy at a greater level that will have physiological effects on your body and changes, but now the ability to, at a higher collective level or multi-dimensional level of yourself, because Capricorn is going to be collective, but individually for you it's your higher self, for you to be able to control this. So the moon in Aqua now sets off the next 1-2-3 punch, which is the integrating part of this cycle leading into the harvest of the full moon. What are you going to harvest? Super fucking powers. But more so the natural energy that by the time we step into full moon will actually have manifested since the new moon in a transformed body. And so with that being said, you're coming into extraordinary understanding of the knowledge of this wisdom of your rebirth. In other words, the actualization of your superpowers comes through today and tomorrow so that you can fully experience the transcendent and divine nature and quality of this pure transformation while the moon is in Pisces, gaining experience for you to legitimately practice these new powers before you integrate this into the Aries cardinal 6th house transit that's going to now align this expression of superpowers to your identity. Hence, in a Scorpio season, transforming how you even see yourself. Because you're not Peter Parker who didn't have the webs. Now you're shooting webs. So now the way you see yourself is like completely transformed. This is it, y'all. So this moon in Aqua is going to legitimately 4th house to Scorpio. 4th house brings understanding. The moon brings understanding. And so we're understanding knowledge. But when you think about 4th house Aquarius to Scorpio, this is why Aquarians understand Scorpios. Okay? This is why Scorpio understands Aquarius in a sense where you're taking the wisdom of Scorpio and you're now coming into a knowledgeable understanding of the occult, of what was hidden. And relative to newly defined supernatural transformation states, you're understanding the knowledge of how to control what just awakened and unlocked. A lot of you have experienced this at a subatomic level that's not the most readily available to be experienced consciously. Well, we're changing that. And that's the pressure of the square here that's going to have to reveal hidden knowledge in order to transform the wisdom you're operating with. In other words, it's like, okay, I've stepped into this ability. Oh, I'm way more powerful than I expected. So during this integration, we have to balance and adjust. It's like, okay, I planted way too many seeds, or I need to water way less. From first quarter square to full moon prepares for the harvest. So this is you integrating, adjusting, balancing, coming into the 7th house. And of course, we get the knowledge Aqua, we experience it Pisces, we take action Aries. Moon in Aries is when a lot of you will be individually expressing this power before you complete it with the full moon. And then we step into Sagittarius, ascension cycle. Nothing will ever truly be the same. Like it's apotheosis central. So you really want to be mindful about this moon in Aquarius, because so much is going to be revealed and downloaded that's going to blow your fucking mind. And then you're going to experience it. So I want you to think of this transit like a download. You activated a new computer, a supernatural computer that links you to the astral realm with your body as a physical medium to this 3rd dimensional realm. And so the moon in Aqua, now that you have activated this computer based on the new moon where you unbox the bitch, moon in Aqua is you downloading new programs before you step into Pisces and start to experience that motherfucker. Okay, don't pardon my language or pardon it, I'm just feeling saucy right now. But the moon in Aqua is very important because the level of extraordinary knowledge of this occult wisdom will have you fully understand your rebirth, will have you fully understand the knowledge of what has changed and now what you can do relative to this change. If you want to get butthurt, if you want to get put off by the opinions of the masses or the sheep or whatever you want to call them, you can, but you're doing a great disservice to yourself, because the level of unconventional knowledge that you're understanding about yourself is as unique as you. And so for anyone else to understand it would be kind of stupid for you to assume, and people fear what they don't know. So any apprehension towards you or ideas around this time that you may not even be fully conscious of is really just because of where you're headed in this unconventional transformation. I can't stress enough though that your boy is channeling. Do you see this flow? I'm killing this shit right now. You can't understate though that with the Taurus opposition to the Scorpio energy, you're going to feel this T-square, because this is going to be an intellectual, universal, cosmic understanding, straightening, and balancing of the natural energy that's being pipelined with the sun in Scorpio. Everything revolves around the sun. So the sun is a literal generator of energy that Uranus is being drawn from to augment unconventionally. And so this Saturn transit is going to stabilize this by breaking through important collective authority figures, which somebody, apparently got injured by a booster shot. If you don't know that has everything to do with Moon and Pluto and Moon Saturn and Aqua, you need to really study up astrology, because all of this is getting ready to a lot more extraordinarily affect you. And this is very, very, very important, because hidden knowledge that has been hidden from you is going to be revealed before it gets spun and all that shit. Be very, 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 very mindful, because what this means to you as someone who has spent mainly your whole life unpacking and decompressing elements of your past life that you're now expressing here, this is going to change fundamentally the game and poke holes into theorems, postulates, and once again, theoretical models of the universe that fake scientists have basically convinced you are real. And, everything about Moon in Aqua and Pisces taps you into other realms of existence that in a materialist, reductionist society, where whether scientists acknowledge it, it's not in your mainstream. And so you're being done a disservice to. Well, this transit is going to be like, you were lied to. You were fucking lied to. You were lied to. You were lied to. Remember you were taught about this? It ain't shit. Remember you were taught about that? You're fucking lied to. What you finna do? What you finna do? That's the question. What you finna do? Because when the moon's in Aries, you're going to have to do something about it. And this is going to actually change and transform the direction of how you live your life, because you're going to be freeing yourself, coming into Sagittarius, of old fake scientific models. If you want to know true science, talk to a fucking 5-year-old about the universe. A 5-year-old will tell you more truth about the universe than all these PhD masters holding astrophysics, biologists, chemists who think they know shit. Listen to the heart of a pure child, and they will drop wisdom on you. Don't take my word for it. Find a 5-year-old. These kids have Neptune and Pisces. They're not playing with y'all. They're not playing with y'all. They plan a world takeover. They have Pluto cap. They're a lot wiser than they let on. So I'm just saying that so that you can call my bluff. Really do this and listen to what they say, because they have a lot to tell you. But other than that, it's very, very, very important, because this is going to be as a part of the breakthrough arc The breakthrough arc is Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. This is going to be the full-on understanding of how to actually harness your own personal energy in relation to the social collective around you so that you can actually exert and manifest supernatural abilities, understanding of supernatural abilities, understanding of how to use your abilities in order to completely change your perception of yourself coming into Sagittarius season. May everything you do in the uniqueness and eccentricity of yourself piss off motherfuckers who are too afraid to be themselves and now take it out on you for making them uncomfortable and challenge them to not be fake for once. This is very, very important because you're also going to get knowledgeable understanding of the social community around you and whether you really belong there or you have no business being here. Okay, take leaps of faith because the downloads you're going to get are not from this world. Moon on Saturn is going to really structure the cosmic authority over your life and what you answer to, and Jupiter is going to expand the bejesus out of all of this before Neptune transcends your perception of newly defined knowledge that you're coming into for the first time. What you're going to learn over the next couple of days you've never known before. Even if you're learning the same thing, there's going to be a different spin on how you understand it. Be prepared for occult hidden wisdom to be revealed in unconventional, extraordinary ways with that moon square to Uranus that's going to challenge you to maintain authentic, eccentric value and self-esteem over your worth in ways that even if other people feel crazy, you're owning your own shit. This is like LeVar Ball saying, look, I have the best shoe brand ever. And people are like, yo, Jordans exist, you bugging. But, you know, the Ball family, the LeVar Ball and his family are still going to own up to that worth. They don't give a fuck about what you think. And that's the attitude and that's the mindset that you have to have. Like a young Master P who didn't know that he was going to be, you know, one of the greatest moguls ever. He didn't have to tell him. He just had to do what he had to do. Okay, it is what it is. Think about Aquarius pioneers. I'm going to use hip-hop examples. Dr. Dre, Rick motherfucking Ross. Okay, this is very, very important. Birdman. Okay, this is, if you want to understand this Aquarius transit, these are collective pioneers who, you know, Gucci Man, okay, who opened the door for so many artists to come through. That's Aquarius shit. And so you're going to understand where you belong in the mix, but more importantly, you're going to understand the secret to the transformation of your rebirth. And it's going to, you know, evoke a lot of controversial reaction to you. And you must tell all these people, not kindly, that we can actually mend this. You don't want to exert some element of class because that will enable people psychologically to feel that you are on any type of the same level. I know this is not the fair and balanced spiritual message that a lot of these people, you know, who are full of shit push out there so that they can tell you what they want, what you want to hear, because everyone wants a feel good message that makes them feel good. But, you know, people like us, we didn't come here to make you feel good. We brought a sword that divides soul and spirit, that actually discerns the intent of men and women. We brought a sword to express the truth, not really to make any friends. Facts don't care about your feelings. So don't be put in a position where you're openly advocating and holding space for people disrespecting you. Let people who have the inability to accept who you are know they can suck your fucking dick. It's that simple. So many of you will resolve so much conflicts if you have the guts to let people know they can suck your shaft. They can lick your goddamn shaft. Channel that Chiron and Aries energy and stop acting like Aries are just some savages. Okay, these are some of the boldest people in the zodiac, and they know how to tell you to go fuck yourself. And so keep that energy to anyone who's disrespecting this transformation process. Let them know they can get it. And until next time, Godspeed. Peace. Holla at your motherfucking boy.